Hello everybody and welcome back to RimWorld Raider Empire. So in the last episode we finished up, I guess you could call it finished up, the 1 million plus pristine ruin, and we did walk away with quite a bit of stuff. We left even more, which kind of sucks, but you know, things were getting a little hectic and we were already 3 episodes in, so we took what we could and got out, a lot of which was organs, what we don't really need, so we're just going to be selling them. A lot of them don't have a whole lot of value. Obviously there's a lot of different things that we could have done there that would have been either more profitable or just better overall, but you know, this is my first time doing a big one like that, and I didn't realize how much prioritizing we should have been doing compared to some of the easier ruins we've done in the past. But either way, we do have a lot of stuff that we do need to sell off. We did get ourselves a whole bunch of vanometric power cells. We got ourselves some more infinite chem fuel reactors. I didn't realize how many of the neurotrainers that we got. So that's nice too, because we got these. I just realized that these are normal shelves. I don't know how those are normal shelves. I thought that we did them as the tall shelves, but okay. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of the neurotrainers, so we'll figure those out after. But first thing is we got to get rid of all these organs because, yeah, that wasn't the best move. It wasn't a very good buy. One thing I don't know is, will that exotic... Oh yeah, the exotic good trader wasn't here because that's at the other base. We checked that at the end of the last episode. Now, we also... What do we do with these guys? Because today, we're going to be getting this area prepared a little bit. That way we can start expanding our base, because obviously we need a bit of growing changing. So we're going to do growing over here, and we got to rip out a whole bunch of stuff in between here. I'm not sure if we're going to run into a giant open area in the mountain down here still, because, you know, this mountain was quite large, and I would bet that there's probably something still in here. But we'll see. Hopefully nothing that's going to be too much of a problem, but we are going to want to square this up in some way. Maybe even bring it all the way out to here. And then we have also been talking about moving our power and stuff that doesn't really need servicing deeper into the mountain. That way it's just kind of out of the way and leaves us more room for our stuff. Either way, we got to get these guys doing something. So for right now... we do have wood, quite a bit of wood, and we have mechs to get moved out, and we also have the pink guys are not supposed to be here. We are going to be getting rid of the green squad when the 15th comes around, but until then, I'd like to kind of get some stuff done around the base. So let's get our mercenaries. Go, and then we'll grab all the wood for sure. That resurrector is fine. That smoke leaf is fine. We should probably send over some of this steel. We don't really need it here, and it might be more useful at the other base. So we'll send over 3,000 and all that wood, and then also the mechs that are here. I guess also these weapons. So then we'll get rid of those. What's the problem? Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll start getting this squared off. So we're gonna be getting this. Obviously, we're going to want to grab the steam geyser. What we could do, and we've already kind of talked about it, we are going to get rid of this whole chunk of mountain, but do we want to start right up from where this is already at? And then we could just kind of bring it around here, do something like what we did over on this corner, right here as well, and that should fit reasonably well. Pharmaceutical trader, is that here? Yes. Do I have it set so we can buy... Oh, how much cash should we have before we get that? Oh, we still have 700,000. Oh, we did get quite a bit of money from the pristine ruin too, which is nice. But do I have this set so we can buy Archotech organ from you? Well, we could sell off a bunch of organs, but no, you... Oh, yeah, no, you don't have any. Okay, either way, we'll purge off some of these. Yeah, look at all these ones that are worth almost nothing. I definitely should have prioritized these a bit better, and that's all your cash already. Well, we can get rid of all of these, at least free up some space. Got another couple $100, that's close enough. So we still have 31 kidneys worth 120, so it's still not really a whole lot of money in the grand scheme of things. But we could have grabbed some better stuff. Fine. It's fine. We'll know better for next time. So there we go. At least that's a bunch of cash for us. Okay, so if we're going to do this, Obviously, we've got to set up defenses. We were able to get rid of these, so we'll just swap all this stuff up into this. I guess basically we just bring it straight across, and we are out of slate. Okay, so what do we do about that? We could buy some up, or we could set up a quarry and do mining. No, I can't get the prisoners to do it because I don't have prison labor. I'm not getting prison labor just for that. But we could get a quarry set up for that and keep people busy. Oh, we could get these guys. They're all terrible at mining, but we could. We don't have any slate on this map, so they wouldn't be doing slate. We could send them over here, because obviously this is basically all slate. Oh, why's it gotta be difficult? We could just do it out of something else, and then switch it over if we can later. At least that way we can get some stuff done now. It's not ideal, but it'll get the job done. We could also just paint it. I don't really like having to paint it, but we could. So we can go sandstone, and then we'll see if we can get the exact same look as slate. But we'll just bring that all the way across. We're obviously going to need a front door too. We're going to need to get this corner set up. And if we get that corner set up, it means we're going to need a big shield to be able to see. But mostly right now, if we can get it kind of blocked off, although we're going to need something for defenses. We do want to get rid of this as well. Oh, there's so much that needs to be done here all at once, kind of. Okay, so I guess we're gonna just have to get this corner in right now. So if we grab a shield and we build a copy, and we're gonna need to have one built so we can get the size. And we can't use this because I do have this set as a 5x5, so it does have a proper center, and these ones over here don't have a proper center because they're only 2x2. So it centers on the bottom corner, which is why over here is all fucky too. So I guess we build one. Yeah, let's build one in here, and then we can get the size outlined so we can see what we're working with. Figure out where exactly things need to go. We're also, do we want to get a door over here as well? Because that's going to basically just be the farms. So I don't think we really need it, so that should be alright. At least for now. If we need doors later, then we can get them. But we are going to want to dig this out so we have some doors for ourselves. And then we are going to need to get some support. We got to get, oh, we don't have moisture pumps, do we? Okay, there it is. Oh, we do have it. Beautiful. So we're going to want to get a bunch of moisture pumps on this. We do have some deep water. I guess there's not a whole lot we can do about that other than God mode, but at least we can get rid of this here. And then we're going to have to mine out a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. We got some trading. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. And then that should be fine. Okay, so let's get this mined. Oh, we should also check that ship. Have you guys finished? Yes, because we do have people in there. Launch. So you can, I guess, just land in here and that should be fine. So what can we get you guys doing other than pretty much nothing? Because they're already grabbing wood whenever it's ready, but it's winter and it's not growing, so there's not wood. So I guess they can basically just idle around, at least for this episode. We can get them to go out next episode, but I kind of rather get some stuff done around here because we do have quite a bit of things that need doing. A breakup, like for example, we need to fill that in some more. There was also some stuff over here that needs filling in over here. Is that done? Kinda. Okay, so who is that? That's 11 and Bubbles. Well, that sucks, but what can you do, I guess? And that's arrived. Okay, so that's fine. So then we are also going to need this mined out. How's the roof on that? Probably nothing. I hope. We'll get that dug out. And then we are going to need to dig this out some as well. That way, mostly to square it off. So we'll figure out how far we're going to go in a bit, I guess. We'll just kind of square off this front piece first. And then that, we're going to need a door over here. That way we can get in and out of here. We can just do steel auto door at the end of this hallway. That should be fine. You failed. That's not really ideal, but what can you do? And we're going to need a back wall for this as well. Also, we're going to need... we could speed it up a bit in the meantime. This stuff is going to need to get hauled. So we'll get that hauled urgently just because we have a lot of people doing a lot of stuff right now. We should also get ourselves all of our infinite chem fuel reactors up and running, since we do kind of have space for it. All this kibble. Holy shit, what are we making kibble out of? Oh, we have a ton of insect meat. But why all of a sudden are we making a ton of kibble? That's insect meat and... Oh, I guess they're working through that hay. It just seems weird. Is it just because, yeah, we're out of storage space for it? We can expand our fridge into here, but we're going to be moving it over to here anyways, because obviously growing is going to get moved. And we're going to end up condensing this quite a bit. So maybe... Oh, what... I guess we could just throw some, like, right here. We have some rare thrombos. We should kill them if we can. Yeah, we'll kill them once they get near our turrets. But yeah, we could do our kibble here because the animals will be able to eat that and it'll get it out of our way. That just looks like shit. Now we just need someone to build it. We also have colonists missing. Oh yeah, we got to get some weapons sent over because our mercenaries are using shit weapons and we do have some weapons around. You don't need to worry about that knife anymore. Who else is missing a sidearm? You don't need to worry about that knife. We have tattered apparel. Collapsed. Okay. And that should be enough for you to go do what you need to do. We also have an extreme break for Eden and Bryce. No, I can't click through to Bryce. Okay, we just won't worry about it. Hunter lacks ranged weapon. You can swap out. Get rid of as many of this shit as possible. There's so many things. And we obviously have idleness. So the tattered apparel, I guess there's not a whole lot we can do about that. What am I looking for? Gear. I clicked that. I don't know why I went to C. It is a t-shirt. We can just get you to not wear it, but other stuff is going to deteriorate pretty shortly anyways. So I guess for now we'll just get rid of that. And that fixes it. It fixes it, I guess. So something that probably wouldn't be the worst idea is getting everyone to swap. Is everyone come over here and we'll swap out their armor for good armor, get everything repaired, get their weapons swapped out, and then they can go back. No one's building that. What's the deal? Oh, it's getting done now. Now that I mention it. Do we want to get everyone sent here so we can do that? I guess we're going to need a ship, though. Yeah. We'll keep the green people here, though, because they're going to be sent out on the 15th anyways, so it's not really that big of a deal. So we can grab the Albatross, and we'll just load, I guess, one person. Nothing needs to get sent over that way, right? I don't think so, because we got meds and food, and that's essentially the only thing that needs to be over there. Maybe penoxycyllin is on the low side. But I'm not too worried if they catch it anyways. Yeah, we don't have any here. How much do we have here? It's only 300, so I'd rather not. Okay, so we won't worry about that then. We have a stellar miner. Now, they don't really have anything we need. We're doing pretty good for resources. We did walk away with quite a bit from the attack. Or, I guess, not the attack, but the ruin. That's not too bad. We may as well get this compact machinery mined out. No longer go frenzy. Okay, and that's here, so we'll get all of you guys. Yeah, we'll just get everyone. Now, we don't have enough beds for everyone, which is going to be a bit of a problem here. But this shouldn't take too long. It's mostly just everyone drop all their gear. That could be a real pain in the ass. We also have C. How long? Well, I guess we don't know. How's your gear? It's good enough, and you don't need a weapon swap, so yeah, it's gonna be good enough. So we'll get you sent over. Oh, and I don't know where center is. That is right there. Okay, so that should be fine. So for gear, I guess we'll just clear forced and then say 100%. I also don't know why you're not on self 10 there. You guys are all in. So we can do clear forced for everyone. And then from there, we'll set the anything up to be 100%. And then that'll make it so anything that's damaged on anyone, even all the people. Oh, why is that also not self-tend? That's fine. Not a problem. Not really worried about them doing self-tending. Although I wish this wasn't forced. Now, is there a reason why this is forced? That one is in error getting... That's weird. Wonder what's causing that. Either way, I think it's forced because when we got them in the first place, they come with their clothing forced. That way they stay in the clothing that you give them or that you hire them in. So getting rid of that's not a problem unless we want them in specific armor. And I don't really care what they wear because they're just going to be wearing our stuff. Now, this is going to make a huge issue in terms of their coloring. So maybe... Oh god, what do we do about that? It probably would have been smarter just to send over a whole bunch of armor. But we got to get it repaired. So do we just let them go nuts? And I'll have to go through, I guess, and find them. Because they all should be basically in a row here. So yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. You guys can all go. We'll set... Now this is going to fuck up everybody's stuff. Manage outfits from their works. We can do anything. And we're going to want that 100%. And just to make sure, that is... Everyone's on anything, right? Yes. So then you guys should swap everything out. And we should end up with everyone wearing fully healed up stuff. This is basically done. Is this shield done? No, but it's getting there. Gonna take a little bit now, and you guys are all busy. Pharmaceutical trader, get chaos to come and do that. It is here. Good. So we can get our turrets to fuck these up because it's free horns and free meat. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just Thrumble Revenge. Good. So now we don't have to set the other ones. Celia, could you not please? And our trade. Okay, so we can get rid of all the organs we have left. That's 6,800. Yeah, that was not really a whole lot of value overall. And you don't have Architect stuff? No. I forget exactly. I'm pretty sure I have it set so it's the orbital factories and the surgical supplier that has them. I'm not 100% sure though. So we'll just have to keep an eye on those two. Either way, we can get rid of those. Is there anything else that we should probably get rid of? We do have a jade statue. Don't really need to worry about selling that. We can just keep it. The healer and resurrectors, obviously, we want. And all these neuro trainers we'll find a use for at some point. So that's fine. And then these will get processed. That can get finished off. The other ones are dead. Good. And then can we have this finished, please? How much longer? I need gold and other stuff. And where are you guys going with that? Oh, getting our turrets all set up. That's fine. And you guys should be taking all your armor off. Eventually. Maybe when there's nothing left to do, they'll go and do it. Got people like 11 stripping down. Sugar Ducky. Yeah, they're working on it. They're working on it. It'll just take a little bit. Okay, so then along with that, so we need that corner. And I don't really want to start strip mining this yet until we have that defended. But I guess it's probably not the worst thing in the world. We just got to be careful in the meantime of raiders being in here. Yeah, it'll be fine. So we'll, I guess, start. There's no problem with doing it like that, right? We'll just do every second row, and that way we can get all the mountain roof removed. Should be fine. I don't see anything that would go wrong with this. So then that just we have a bit of wall there that's gonna need to be removed. And we are gonna have to add in a ton of support. So are we gonna be going all the way down to here? We don't really need that much for growing, but something that we could do is kind of start pulling the base back a little bit and go more into the mountain. Is there really a point to that though? Not really. Other than being able to reorganize and basically rip stuff, or sorry, it'd be able to reorganize the base without having to rip stuff out first, because we can start building back here, replacing the stuff that would be up here, and then obviously that would go afterwards. You know what? For now, what we'll do is dig out this area up to this. That way, all this will be our growing, and we'll bring it back to here. Then we'll see what we want to do with this stuff here. So then that's going to be there, there, and how far does that go? I guess we'll go so the wall lines up with that wall. So we're going to want that. Do that right there so we know where the end point is. So then that can go over to here, and then we're going to want to do vertical cuts as well. And then that can just be a double hallway as well. There's no real downside to that. So then this side, that's going to be sapper bait maybe. Although, if we're going to have turrets right here, they're going to be able to kind of shoot down that way. We could make that more diagonal so the turrets will be able to shoot. That's going to be cleared out. I'd say that probably should be alright. But we could go and fill in right here, and then work off of right here. Let's do that, at least for now. Well, and that's going to be our edge. We'll bring that all the way across here. That way we know what our perimeter is going to be. And then basically just dig this down. We could just let them run. Now that we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to be doing over here. Now there has been questions about why we don't do hydroponics. And it mostly comes down to just the ridiculous amount of power that it would cost. And we don't really have great power sources. I know I should get atomic rim. I don't have any intention of getting atomic rim anytime soon. I do have plans for the continuous universe, but not for this series, especially since atomic rim takes 1,000 fucking episodes to be able to get finished. There's no point adding it at this point. What do we do with this corner piece? I guess we'll just kind of set it up strip mine like this. That was wrong, so we're gonna have to fix that. And then we'll just get rid of that. And we got to fix that there. Okay, so that should be safe to remove all the roof once that's complete without having to do any weirdness. And then all of our... Oh, you guys don't have bodies? Oh, yeah, shit. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass. Because they will not put bodies on if they're already using a weapon. So we're going to have to go and swap everyone to hands. And if we swap everyone to hands... Well, I guess it's not the biggest of deals. We just got to hope that nothing horrible happens while we're doing this. So... Oh, do I really have to go into... The hell? Oh, that's fine. There's no easy way to do that. Okay. Okay, we'll just swap everyone right to their hands. And they should go and automatically put... Oh, that's wrong. Or even melee would be fine. But, yeah, they should all go put on bodies now. Get swapped. And we are going to want to switch out people's weapons before we send them back. So it's all going to be a bit of a mess. It's not a huge deal in the grand scheme of things. I just wish there was kind of an easier way. Is there an easier way? Get off. If we go everyone and left click to switch to art. Yeah. We have 71 people. Holy shit. Yeah, it doesn't let me do that. And you guys all took your gear off? Why? Did I do it through numbers? Why would these guys have been told to take their gear off as well? Oh, I guess it's the anything. Sorry, yeah, that makes sense. Anything isn't set to per base. It's a global thing, and I changed that. Okay, so then that makes sense. Either way, now I don't know where I was, and we can't do a mass fisting, which sounds a lot worse than it than it really is. Unless it did work. Uh-oh. Don't be a raid, please. Okay, that's not bad. No, it didn't do a mass fisting. Okay, that's not a huge deal, so we're going to swap that. I don't know why I can't switch you to just hands. Is it because you're sleeping? Why can't I switch you to hands? That's weird. Okay, drop your assault rifle, I guess. What the fuck's with that? Huh. I'm confused on why that's the way it is, but okay. So can we go hands, please? Yeah, technically you don't need to be, but we'll do it anyway. And then hopefully everyone's armor will be done by the time we're done this, or at least mostly done. Because they should all be going right away. And then we are getting these repaired, right? No? They should come and fix them. If not, then we're going to have a bit of a problem because we do want it sooner rather than later. And everyone's going to start getting frostbite. No one's doing too bad. We do have some idle people, but no one's looking too bad at the moment. Oh, for fuck's sake, where were we? Why did that have to move? Right there. Where are we on the list? Just so I remember. Okay, last row. Last row, we're basically done. We can speed this up some too, since there's not really a whole lot else going on other than bulk stuff. And then once we have this all sorted out, next episode we can, which we're basically at time, we can go out and... Why is everyone putting melee stuff back on? Where are we? Oh, we're at this base. Duh. Okay, so that's fine. So hopefully that'll work out fine. But yeah, I got distracted. Oh yes, next episode we can go out, once we get all of our mercenaries all set back up with proper armor, we can go out and attack some of these bases, start clearing them out. They should be fairly quick and easy overall. We'll have to take a shield with us, obviously, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal, I hope. Psychite binge. Yeah, that's fine. We can do an allow all, make sure any weapons we dropped gets picked up. This shield is ready to go, so we can get that installed, I guess, somewhere over here, and we'll figure out how we want to shape that corner. We'll let that go. Getting that door in was definitely a good idea, though, or else they'd be walking all the way around. So that should be fine, and the armor is just going to take a little bit. And obviously, they're not putting on the best of armor options, because there's not really many options for them, so they're just kind of throwing stuff on. They're getting helmets and bodies done, but they'll get it all caught up. It's going to take a little bit, though. We just have a lot of people sleeping outside, which is also not very ideal. Either way, what can you do? What can you do? And this is basically done. Okay, so this shield is here. So what we're going to want is that radius to be... we are going to have sandbags in front of these. We'll keep that in mind, but we could just go something like that. Wouldn't actually be that bad. Because that does give us a good amount of space on this flat front here. And we can dig that back and then go diagonal here. That way we can make sure we can shoot down this way. That's going to be going up like that. Actually, I should keep that in mind. So if we're digging this out, do we want this tile to be where the wall goes? Grab. Well, I guess I don't really want to throw that in there. It'll cause some problems. So that's going to be right here. So right now we have it set to the wall will go right there. So we'd want this to be one more forward. If we want this here to be where our wall goes. And we could make it so the shield's a bit bigger. Now there should be no issues with using the shield at that size, right? Not really, because our landing area is still going to be over here and we're going to be moving some of this stuff for changing up how processing is being done. And storage in general. So yeah, that should be fine. We just need to move it one tile over. Like that. And that should be good to go. So then, we do need it moved so we can see exactly where these embrasures are going to go. So we'll let that get done. And then there's nothing else that we need to be concerned about for right now. You guys are all digging these out, so that's moving along nicely. We could start getting these mountain roofs removed as we go, because that's also not really much of an issue, since we don't have to worry about any collapses or anything like that. We can also get these blocks processed, give us some slate to work with. It's not like we need a whole lot overall, but it would be nice to get these done. So we'll set that to get hauled. Now we are still actually processing through these, right? It should be chunks going into here and that's getting processed. Yeah, that's not a problem. We do have some armor over here that is just marine armor. No one wants to wear that. This stuff is getting fixed up, so people are getting swapped back into armor. It's actually quite a bit of them already done, so that's good. Here we go. It took a little bit for things to get into a reasonable order, but we are moving along, and then this is ready to go. So we'll go, and I want both of these on at the same time, so how do we do that? We want that, and then build copy, and that keeps both on. Perfect. Now, this corner piece, is where it's going to get weird, because obviously we have weirdness on this corner as well. And this is even weirder because there's a kind of two layers, not it's just straight diagonal. We could just let it go a straight diagonal. So if we bring that down like that, we could just go straight diagonal because there is going to be sandbags going in front of that as well. Now, would that cause us any issues at all? No, because it's not like anything's going to be shooting across there, so that's sticking out a little bit. It's not going to be a problem. So then if we go essentially just like this, that we could go one further out as well instead. I'm not too worried about a little bit of the embrasures getting destroyed if they're on corners. And that would kind of narrow down how big this corner is, because the corners are kind of shit. Do that. Oh. So we want that and that. So if we did that instead, then we have these two that are going to get destroyed because they're outside of the shields, which isn't a huge deal. And then these will obviously be protected, but that will narrow down how big our corner is to being something like that. Now, obviously, we're not going to want those to be embrasures there, but just give an idea of what we're working with there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turrets on a corner, which are all chain reactionable because there's not much you can do to kind of split them up in a reasonable way. Alright, yeah, that should be fine. So then that's going to want to be a proper wall, but that should get the job done. And that's obviously going to have the sandbag in front. But yeah, that's good. And then that means we could dig out all that as well. Now that is going to obviously make it so this is a little bit thin. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Now we can throw some walls in and make this just diagonal all the way across here. And have no turrets. Obviously, except for the ones from here shooting down. It should be a fairly low risk thing. We could just not worry about it and just leave it. And then what we'll do is leave this chunk of mountain here up to the point. Obviously, this is going to be a few tiles thick. So we'll leave the mountain where that's going to be. So just mine out like this area. Which obviously we'll see how that goes once we start getting that backfill in. And then we'll get that trim back. But we can get these brought in. So yeah, that should be fine. That obviously needs its power. It needs its conduits and stuff. I'm not super worried about getting that done right now. But it's not like that's going to be defending anything anyways. We don't need this, or this. Extreme break for C. Hey, you're finally unbroken. Go do what you need to do. Is it still warm in here? Yes, it is. Does most people have armor? No, we're still working through that. So that's going to take a little bit next episode. We do have this kibble that's ready to go as well. Copy that. Throw that in. But I think for today, that is going to be it. So next episode, what we'll do is get the rest of the weapons and armor all set up. It is going to take a little bit for them to process, but since we have these people all busy, we'll get the weapons going while they do the armor, because that's going to take a little bit too. It should be fairly easy. We have all these excellent Gauss rifles that we bought, so it's basically just put that on everyone for the most part, because that's a fairly generically good at, like, it's probably the best overall weapon in most situations, because it's got reasonable range, it's got reasonable, I say reasonable damage, it's kind of on the low side at 9, but it does have great armor penetration, shoots quickly, so if we're doing, you know, running gun, we don't have a lot of missed shots because I'm changing directions all the time, because I do have a tendency to do that. Its range is good, just overall it's a very solid weapon for most situations. And I find it to be kind of the best option, even if it is a little bit on the lower side for damage. But, you know, we have some other options that are, you know, good in specific situations. Like charged weapons. I think the charged weapons have even less. Yeah, they have less armor penetration. I'm thinking they're good versus normal weapons, but I guess the charged weapons are kind of useless. But the mechanoid rifles, not the sniper rifles are good too, in the sense that they do a shit ton of damage and they have great armor penetration, and range obviously, but they take so long to fire and they only shoot one shot, you know, per almost 7 seconds. And if we're using it for running gun, you know, it's good if you have like 100 people that have them and you can kill everyone before they have a chance. But even then, that doesn't really work, because then you have like 5 people targeting one person, because they always target whoever's the closest. And it's all right, but it's not as useful. It's obviously a few people being used for a few different types of weapons. That's a good way to go too, but then you got to try to keep track of, okay, who's a sniper, and set them up and make sure they're further back. And it's easier just to have one good generic weapon that everyone can use, and then, you know, keep it simple, because then you don't have to worry about all the little details. And that's nice when you have an army of 71 people currently. Simplicity is key to making things run smoothly. At least that's what I find. Either way, oh, they're putting a fucking roof on this. I guess it's fine. Not really a big deal. Going. Cleaning dirt. Okay, that's not a problem. But yeah, either way, that's going to be it for today. It does look like most people got their gear up and running, so we are going to want to just get the weapons dealt with, and then that should be good to go for next episode. And then I doubt we're going to be able to go out and attack a base, so maybe we won't try to push for that, but definitely the episode after that, we'll definitely be going out, because we have to get all these obviously done, all these out of the way. There's a couple cities here, so that's going to have to get cleared. So we still have a bit to go, but this should move along fairly quick too, hopefully, once all this is done anyways. But either way, that's going to be it for today, so thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. See ya.